Thinking about leaving your soul-sucking 9 to 5 job, one of the biggest struggles I see people, especially as women, face is the idea of having that safety net, that enticing perks and benefits, and listening to that head trash of what will people think if I leave. I totally get it, and I've been where you are. That's why I created a free guide to help you if you're thinking about putting in that notice. It's called Unlocking Your Exit Plan. Discover 5 things you need to do before leaving your 9 to 5. This guide is filled with worksheets and steps so you will have hand holding along the way. You can download your copy in the link in the show notes, and again, it's totally free. Now back to today's episode. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So cool, right? It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
You're listening to the Hello CS Dorsey podcast, your one-stop shop for all things motivating while on your entrepreneur journey. Feeling stuck in your business or don't know where to start? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Listen to some of the leading women in today's industry who have been there before to help guide you on your path. Now, here's your host and self-taught web designer, CS Dorsey.
I am so happy today to have Linda on our show. She is the creator of PeepLocal.com. Welcome, Linda.
Hi, Candace. Thank you for having me.
Hi, so happy to have you on the show. So tell everyone about yourself and basically what you do and what your business is all about.
Okay. My name is Linda Marie Ellis. I just turned 50 in December. I created PeepLocal.com. I have 4 boys. They're all grown, thank goodness, and 3 grandchildren. And I live in Huntington Beach, California. I created PeepLocal, which is a community local website to help small businesses. I've been self-employed for 24 years, and I found it hard. Not hard. You can find lots of places to promote your business on, just that's not budget friendly. And after scouring and talking to quite a few different local citation sites, it would have added up to thousands of dollars a month just to advertise on 3 different ones. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. I don't know how small businesses do it. So I decided to build my own platform and created PeepLocal for small businesses that makes it affordable to put people's businesses on local citation sites.
That's awesome. And going back to when you said that you're 50, I just want to let you know that I saw that picture that you sent, and I was like, "You're kidding me, right?" I saw that picture. I saw, and your hair was just like, I said, "Okay." I was like, "No, she's pulling my leg." I was like, "Look at her, okay."
Thank you.
Wow, you are
Sometimes I feel
gorgeous.
50 and sometimes I don't.
You are gorgeous. I just want to let you know. You're very gorgeous. And I was
I
like,
appreciate that.
wow.
I definitely appreciate my age. I have not yet found an age where I feel devastated. I've had a couple of friends. I remember when we were all hitting our 40s, I was like, well, oh, am I going to be upset? And I didn't get upset. And 45, I didn't get upset. And so far at 50, I didn't get upset. So I don't know. I think you're old as you feel, and I try and keep myself young, stay active, and I stay busy. I definitely work a lot.
That's good. That's
Try
really
and keep
good.
myself grounded.
That's really good. And, just keep yourself going. And yeah, like, I mean, everybody is talking about turning 30 when I was turning 30. And it's so funny because the people under me that's just now turning 30, they're like, I'm old. And I'm like, psh, I'm going to be 40 in 4 years. Please tell me something else. Okay.
Exactly.
But I love it because the thing of it
Exactly.
is, the older you get, the more knowledge you have. And it's like, the better you become as a person. So, yeah.
Exactly. I do agree with that.
That's awesome. Okay. So, what was it like, the process? What was it like, coming up with the idea for PeepLocal and just basically taking action and getting everything, putting all the pieces together? And, did you have any ups or downs, or just tell everyone what that process was like and what you had to go through to basically build this business that it is today?
Well, it was definitely a process. Just from the beginning, searching out what platform would be good for this business, what I wanted to be able to offer to not only the business members but the consumer. What would they want to see when they go there that everybody else doesn't have? Which, I mean, realistically, everybody has whatever they want on Google, but not necessarily all on one platform. I didn't want to make it a social site, but I wanted a location where people can go often and look for things like events and real estate listings and jobs and things to do along with businesses. So I wanted to implement a lot of different things. So then it was just the process of putting it all together and building it. So I kind of searched around and looked for the best program for me and started building it. And I'm really surprised at how fast everything's gone into place, because it's only been since June that I launched it. We now have, as of today, 20,000 members. We just reached the 20,000 member, which I know is not huge in the concept of how many people there are in the world or how many people there are just in my city. But it's actually grown so fast, which I really appreciate. I average about 700 members a week, and that's also business and business members and consumers. So it's both sides. It's not just business members. But I would say the obstacles is tearing myself away not to work so much. I really have put a lot of time into this, and I've worked probably on the average of 16 hours a day sometimes, because it's always like, oh, I can fix this. I need to add that. I need to do something different here. So I'm constantly on the computer. I try and welcome new members. Some members, it's happening so fast. I might already have to hire somebody to help me call people just to welcome them. And then you get members that sign up that are not appropriate for the site. So then I have to delete people, which breaks my heart. But, just certain businesses only work within the site. But I don't know what obstacles. I would just say, I don't know if I really have any yet. I mean, it's been moving forward. I think it's moving at a good pace. And, I'm excited about hitting the 20,000 mark. I'm going to be adding PeepLocal tickets. That's in the next couple of months. And that's where we'll be able to have the same inventory as like Ticketmaster or StubHub. And so I'll have the same inventory to offer to the members, or basically the members, whether it's general user or businesses, and they can buy tickets through the site. So I think there's a lot of things going on, and it's going fast, but sometimes it just doesn't feel fast enough.
Right. So is it word of mouth, or it just people they're just finding you online, or are you like local and like, different magazines or newsletters or things like that?
No magazines or newsletters. No magazines or newsletters. I have all my social media accounts. I post often on there, and thank goodness they're working. I barely advertise on there. I mean, I might spend $5 of an ad just to get it out there a little bit. I don't advertise a lot on that. I'm actually on the first 5 pages of Google. So if you Google PeepLocal, I'm like on the first 5 pages. So it's gotten to the top of Google pretty fast. And I think just by the members adding themselves, and then it's word of mouth of everybody I talk to, I let them know what I do. So I think it's just growing fast. And I think the opportunity of the price is amazing compared to, some of my competition. So I think that helps a lot.
It definitely does. 20,000 members? That's awesome. That's really good. So
It
20,000, but
really
then
is.
it is, yeah. And I mean, you say you're getting like 1,700 on average per
Oh,
week.
700.
Oh, 700.
700.
Even still, okay. Even still, that's really good. That's really good. So
Yeah.
you say you welcome the members. So are you welcoming each member? Like, how are you doing that? Do you send them an email, or it's like a video clip of a welcome, or?
Everyone definitely gets an email. Some people I'll make phone calls to. If it's a member in a different category that I haven't featured, I'll feature them on my social media, and then I let them know that they're on either one or several avenues of social media. So it's either Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. So I'll feature someone on one of those. Not so much Twitter. I like Twitter. I haven't gotten Twitter very well yet. But so I
Neither
try
have
and
I, don't
feature
worry.
someone on there. Yeah, so I just I do it that way, and it's not all the time. It just depends on their business model and what level they're at. Like if they're just beginning, sometimes I just want to help someone just get started.
Yeah, I agree. I like that. I really do. So is there a particular I want to say category of business that the member should be in, or is it more, or can anyone join? Like say for instance, my business, I do website design. So is that something that I can sign up for to be on PeepLocal?
Absolutely. We do have some website designers on there. You could absolutely put your business on there. And I have a category for website design, online marketing, pretty much almost even my competition, because I don't mind that they're on there. The only thing I don't really allow is adult businesses. I don't know what better way to say that. So if they're adult rated businesses, I
Oh
don't
yeah.
necessarily, I just don't think it's for my
Yeah.
customers. But
Yeah.
other than that, pretty much any business can be on there. And what it helps them with is their local citation, because it's geared towards each location. Even though I have clients in other countries, and I don't even know how they found me, but I'm focusing mainly on in the US. And as each person grows on there, so depending on what location you're in, say you're in Seattle, Washington, and someone signs up in Seattle, Washington, all of a sudden it's like a magnet and other people in that area start signing up. That's why it's growing. It's just growing because it's like attracting that area. So even though Washington's not local to me, but it's local when they sign up, and then members start signing up in their area, it becomes local to them. So when you go to search for something, automatically it's going to know your location, and then it'll search in your general vicinity.
Oh, that's good. That's nice. So you mentioned that you don't do very much advertising, like as far as like you do like a post and you do like maybe $5 or and you're on the top of Google on the front page. I think that's awesome. I need to find out who your SEO person is, seriously.
It's me. I wear every hat. Trust me, it's me.
Oh
So
my
right now,
goodness.
that's why I said sometimes I'm on here 16 hours a day, because I literally do wear every hat. So when I have a new client sign up, I try and optimize their new pages as best I can. So eventually I will be hiring people for those positions. But every page that I put on there, if I'm putting something under, say, home improvement, I make sure every page that has to deal with home improvement is going to have the correct SEO. And just content's king. That's what they say. I have articles. The website gets a lot of attention and a lot of attraction. It says daily visitors 4,593 to the website, page views 22,928. I mean, I had an enormous amount of daily visitors. It was amazing. How is that even possible? Because it's open to the public. That's why people can find other businesses on there. So it's open to the public to just do the site.
That's really awesome because do you know how hard it is for small business? Well, me, myself personally, but other, entrepreneurs out there that's trying to get that level and that trying to get that level of attraction. And I mean, for you
It is
to do
hard.
it and you get that level of attraction, I mean, that's awesome. And you're doing it by yourself. Wow.
All by myself.
Hats
And
off to
it's funny
you.
because, well, I've always had that knack. Since computers came out, I started building websites as soon as they started coming out. I wanted to teach myself. I didn't go to school for it, and so I just was like, I was fascinated by it and went from there. I'm actually just building I have a developer page for the Alexa. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I'm in the middle of developing it, but even if you Google me, it even shows me under Alexa, which I haven't even finished building it yet. I was amazed by that. I'm hoping whatever businesses I have, because I'm inputting them in Alexa as well, that they'll come up and it'll help my businesses that are on my platform as well. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. That's
I don't
amazing to
even
me.
have an Alexa.
I don't either. Don't worry.
I don't even have one. But
I'm so
yeah,
scared to like have a
but I started
conversation.
building it in there.
I'm like scared to have a conversation, and then they said whenever you have a conversation that Alexa can hear you, and then all of a sudden you're online, and then it just pops up all these ads based on your conversation. Like, I don't need that. I don't need no
I
one
will tell
listening.
you that does exist. I was talking to my daughter-in-law in my living room, and I had Google. I had one of those small little Google ones, okay Google. And
Mm-hmm.
so I was talking, her and I were talking. We didn't say nothing about Google, and we just were talking, having normal conversation. And then, okay Google started answering our conversation. I unplugged it. I was like, oh no,
Yeah, see, no,
they're trying to listen to me.
I can't have anything like that. I cannot. Oh no, no, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They can keep all those Echo Dots and those Alexas. I mean, I'm not knocking it or anything. You know, I think it's a really good tool to have as far as like calling it and say, "Hey, Alexa, remind me to do XYZ today," and then she responds back, "Okay, I'm going to put this on your calendar." I love it for that, you know, but not
Yeah.
to listen to my conversation. And then turn around, I'm online, and then all of a sudden, you know, I get these ads from Amazon or eBay, and I'm like, I think talk about that. What is this? Oh
I
my
know,
goodness.
exactly.
So I know you wear a lot of hats. I know you do, but it seems as though you're an SEO like guru, like you got it down pack. So do you? And I'm definitely going to be asking you questions after this interview.
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
So what advice can you give our listeners as far as how to optimize their page fully? Because I know that does take a lot of time, but what is it that they can do to optimize their page as they maybe add in something or going along on their website or something like that?
Definitely lots of content, and you want unique content. You don't want articles you've taken from something else and not, I mean, you can use the same information. You just don't want to use the same exact wording because Google will penalize you for that. So that's one thing. Definitely a lot of content. Um, if you can get backlinks on your page from other reputable businesses, that's an amazing way to do it. Google has changed, and they're constantly changing on how they rank websites. But I mean, it's just the local citation sites. I'm not the only one out there. There's a list of local citation sites that definitely helps. I'm probably one of the most affordable ones, and all of them offer free listings. If you want to go put your name on every free listing of local citation site, that's a good idea. I wouldn't say join every single one with their paid membership because it can be very expensive. My starting point on my paid membership is $4.50 a month. I mean, very affordable. I think most of them probably start at maybe 25 on up. My top level is 25. So it's just putting yourself out there. And, some people are not social media people, but you have to post. And the more you post, the more you're going to get pushed up on the search engines because Google is looking, they go by like how often are you like posted or have articles or have something on reputable sites. I did do a press release right away, and I just did it on the free press release. There's a free press release out there that you can put information about your business. Anywhere you can post something, you need to post it.
That's good
And
to
that's what
know.
helps.
That's good to know.
Well,
I'm
I know
guilty
it's
of
time consuming, but
it is, but it is something that,
yeah.
that needs to be done, especially if you want to get some traction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
completely agree with that. But the new content and posting a lot of content, that's definitely a good tip to have, because I mean, it's hard. It's hard enough scheduling things on your Facebook page and Instagram and Twitter. If you're using Twitter, I don't use Twitter. I used to when I a while back, but scheduling everything and then having fresh content to post. And don't be like me, everyone, and just get a quote and then post it on there. I had to stop doing that. I was doing that like last year. I stopped doing that, and I just say, you know what, I'm just gonna have to be in the trenches, and then just post things about me, my personality, tips, whenever something comes to mind, oh, I'll post about that, and just kind of keep that going. But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely need to get into that new content and just sit down and just write everything out, schedule it out, and then just go from there. But yeah, it is time consuming. I've done it for other clients, and I said I would never do social media management ever again. Ever
It is,
again.
yeah. mean, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely.
So what advice would you tell yourself 10 years ago?
Mm, I would have started this 10 years ago, to be honest with you. I was creating a different platform 10 years ago, and I needed to build a database for it. And I hired several people that just took my money and didn't do anything. I had investors ready to invest in it, and I never got anybody to build the database. I could have went to college, had my degree in database building by the time this time rolled around. And so it was a similar concept, but a little different. And I wish I would have just gone to school for it and learned to build my own database and started doing this 10 years ago. And it was a way different platforms back then than there are now. There's a lot easier, already built programs that you can implement for your business. So I would just say, you just be consistent, don't give up, and keep doing it. That's what I would have told myself 10 years ago. Is this is it, you know?
I like that. Be consistent and don't give up. Awesome.
Yes,
So you do have a giveaway for our listener, a special offer for our listeners out there. Could you tell everybody what it is?
I do. I actually have two. One is a lifetime membership, and it's $49 lifetime membership for the gold level plan. Basically, the gold level plan is $10 a month normally, so it'd be $120 a year, but it's a lifetime one-time fee of $49. And they would be able to promote their business. They are able to post videos, coupons, their actual profile page with all their information about their business, links. I don't know if I said pictures, audio. You can put audio on there. It's a really, really good opportunity. And then the other one I have is the 50% off coupon, which if they're like, well, I don't want to pay $49, there's no commitment. It's month to month. If you want to cancel, you can cancel anytime. So at 50% off would be for any other plans, and that makes the minimum plan brings it down to like $225 a month. There's no reason you can't promote your business for $225 a month. And then the top plan is $25 a month, so that would bring that down to $12.50 a month. Anyway, so it makes it definitely very affordable for anybody. And if they use the coupon code CS Dorsey, then they get the 50% off on any one of the memberships.
Awesome. So is there any last minute advice that you have for our listeners out there?
Any last minute advice? Well, I'm going to use what your theme is right now, which is to take action. And I've told a few friends of mine who were not sure if they wanted to start their own business. And I said, what is the worst thing that's going to happen to you? What's the worst thing? Well, what if I don't succeed? Okay, but what if you do? What if you do succeed? A really good friend of mine, he moved out to Idaho and he was starting a business, and he's like, I don't know, I just have never done a business by myself. I don't know how to do it. And I said, what's going to happen to you if you don't succeed? What's going to happen? You're going to fail? That's it. You should do something different then. You're not going to die. You're just going to do something different, and that's okay. And he called me the other day, and he's doing really well. And he told me, he goes, you know what? I owe it all to you, because you told me what's the worst that's going to happen. Because I won't, I'll fail, but I'm not going to die. And he goes, and I just keep thinking about that. No matter what, I'm going to succeed. So I think people get in their own way, and they need to just do it and take action, no matter what it is. They can't keep thinking about it and I'm 50 years old. I have a goal poster. I have a goal poster up on my mirror that I see every single day. And I make sure every day I take action to what I want for this coming year. And so I even have the steps of what I got to take. So you just have to take action. So that's my advice.
I love it. I love it so much. So where can everyone find you?
Well, you can find me at PeepLocal.com, which is the website, or on one of my social media sites. If you message me on any of those, I'm the person responding. So anybody that you contact right now is going to go directly to me. So whether it's my Facebook.com PeepLocal, or Instagram.com PeepLocal, or PeepLocal.com, you'll get me if you contact any of those. I'm the person you're going to get.
Perfect. And we'll go ahead and add all that in the show notes for this episode. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show today. And you definitely taught me something. I'm definitely like, oh, I got to get this SEO thing together. I definitely
Well,
take
and I think
action
that's
on
the
that.
hard part. I think that's the hard part, and why people hire other SEO people
Right.
is because it's very time consuming. And sometimes you might just need to invest your time in doing something different, and making sure this part of the business is working, and that's not your forte, and you need to leave it up to someone else. I'm not someone else's SEO person. I'm my own. I don't do it for a living. I don't say, oh, I'm promising you to get, I'll do all your SEO, because it's very time consuming. And so I'm doing it for my business, which, because I have other businesses on there, helps their business. But I'm not individually trying to get SEO work. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. It is very time consuming and a lot of work. So that's one of the things that I definitely would advise my listeners out there to either take a course or go on YouTube to learn more about it and try it out, see what works and see what doesn't work. And, you can always test it. And if something works, then continue doing that. Continue doing what works.
Exactly. And give it time, because it does take time. You be consistent and give it some time, because you won't be able to do a post today and see it instantly, in a week or two. You need to keep doing posts. And then, I Google myself all the time. I'm constantly looking on Google to see where I'm ranked or where I'm at. So just be consistent and give it some time. So if you take a course, which is pretty much what I've done, I'm completely self-taught, then just keep at it and give yourself, I don't know, at least 6 weeks. If you don't find you've gotten any results in 6 weeks and you're being consistent and posting a lot, maybe you might want to find somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. Remember to subscribe to get the latest episodes and more. Head over to hellocsdorsey.com to subscribe. And remember, nothing is impossible. So make the impossible possible and take action today. We'll see you next time.